First of all, I want to say that I'm not going to ask y'all to dance like on somebody else's show. Shut up now. Lame. We ain't going to talk about that. You know, we're going to get down to the serious music thing. First of all, I wanted to talk to Jim about...
Jim? Hey.
About, you did some Gear Daddy stuff. I just found that out recently. Like you produced like their first
record,
record?
How that happened was I was in a band years ago. I was in a band by the name of Laughing Stock, and we did it for like 6 years and made a record and broke up. And those guys, they had been a fan of our band, and we you know, they were actually the first local band I ever wrote about. I started writing pretty much right after the band broke up in 1985 and started writing for the Daily. And then, yeah, they were like the first local band I ever wrote about. And I just said, hey, you know, they asked me to come in the studio with them, and so we did that. And
so are you looking to do any producing in the future? Do you handle any other bands? Or?
You know, a lot of people have asked me since then. I mean, not a lot, a handful of people have asked me to do stuff. And that was a really special thing to do.
Please produce my band.
But something might happen, yeah.
What do you guys think of this country thing that's going on? It's like a big boom almost up here with a lot of country bars. I haven't myself particularly go out, as you can see, but look at me, I wouldn't be really hanging out. You won't catch me doing the achy, breaky line dance.
Okay, I'll just say one thing about that. That achy, breaky heart thing is like, it's like anything. It's like, you know, you can diss country music, but that's like saying all rap is bad, all rock is bad, you know, all metal is bad.
If my band's called I Eat Boogers and I send you my tape, you know, and I'm saying, yeah, we played at, you know, First Avenue and the Entry a couple times, and, you know, you might see my big posters around saying, I eat boogers.
Right. I don't know. Jim and I sort of work as a team. I mean, we wait. That's no really guarantee that you're going to get pressed right off the bat. Maybe if the tape is just a knockout. But I think Jim and I try to see everybody first before we start writing it up to make sure you've got a live set, you know, or whatever.
So what's the buzz around town now? You guys keep your ear to the ground. Who's a new up-and-coming?
I'll make an admission. I'm really getting into the Minneapolis noise. I put it off for a long time. I looked into other types of music when Jim was way ahead of it. I mean, way into the AMREP sound and some of the really, not the metal bands, but the really just fierce noise bands. And, I mean, Jim was on the case, so I looked for other things to write about and try to cover other bases. And I got that assignment from John Bream to write the sidebar to his Babes in Toyland feature, and John wanted me to, like, name 10 kind of loud, fast bands, and I did some catching up. I bought the new Cows record, and I think side one of the Cows record is one of the coolest chunks of new rock music that I've heard in a long time. I mean, they're weird, but they're kind of bright in their way. They've got cool hooks, weird sounds, you know, just the whole thing.
Yeah,
I was
Shannon's
pretty
great.
amazed. Yeah,
he's amazing. There's nobody like that guy going. I mean, I would even, you know, outside of the Twin Cities even. I mean, that guy is riveting to watch. And I think, you know, as far as frontman, I think Kirk Johnson from Run Westy Run.
Give me a motherfucking break. Hey, stop the fucking tape. No fucking Run Westy Run shit. One quick question to wrap this thing up. What do you guys think of the new Atlanta scene? Because I don't even want to talk about Seattle, because everybody knows about Seattle. What do you guys think about Crisscross, TLC, Arrested Development?
It's great.
You know, what do you guys think of that?
Arrested Development is probably going to be one of my top 5 records of the year, easy.
Definitely.
No opinion. I haven't heard that much of, I mean, I've heard Arrested Development. I like it pretty well, too. I thought that record really kind of dropped off in quality toward the end, actually. The writing just got really kind of dopey and so forth, but they were pretty good live.
Yeah, they were.
I don't really like well, I dig it, but it's like all the God references and everything. It's like, I'm a peace-loving hippie, motherfucker. It's like, give me a break.
Yeah, but
it's cool, but, you know, it's definitely cool. So I want to thank Jim Meyer and Jim Walsh for coming down. We got Jim Meyer to my right here. He is the calendar editor of City Pages and also
freelance music writer.
Exactly. And Jim Walsh here is the City Pages music editor. And these boys, you guys read them probably all the time, but now you get to see them on TV. But I ain't going to ask them to dance like I said at the beginning, but I just want, like I said, you guys to say, fuck with me.
Fuck with you? That's my dream, man. It's coming true. Oh, Thank you. Thank you.
Peace.